Can you imagine having a personal tour of Winston Churchill's private quarters? Winston Churchill, that's me, which has been mostly closed, so they tell me, to the public until now. You must come. Chartwell is the heartbeat of the Churchill family. You'll so enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Winston Churchill's great-grandson, Jonathan Sands. His wisdom on leadership and philosophies about life are still quoted to this day around the world. Many leaders in both government and the private sector continue to look at great-grandpapa for guidance through tough situations. If you're a fan of Churchill, I invite you on an unprecedented 10-day tour of southern England. We call it Churchill Lives.
Hi, I'm Jack Ballman, CEO of Guidester. We deliver custom trips around the world. My team and I will be handling all of the logistics of your Churchill Lives tour. Rest assured, we'll take care of you from the moment you land until you depart England. On the Churchill Lives tour, you'll be staying at unique B&Bs throughout gorgeous southern England. We've secured local experts at attractions such as the Houses of Parliament, Chartwell House, Blenheim Palace, and many more. You will follow Churchill's life from London to the majestic coast and back again. On day one, you will arrive in London, where you will meet with Jonathan and Randy Otto for the first time for a welcome reception, while I detail the amazing experience you have ahead of you.
Let me tell you what's going to happen on day 2 of the Churchill Lives tour. We're going to visit the Cabinet War Rooms. Come and join me standing behind the glass in the map room, and let's look at those hundreds of thousands of pinholes where the troops moved all around Europe during the Second World War. We'll walk through Freemasons Museum in Covent Garden, which contains many artifacts from Sir Winston's days as a Mason. Then it's off to the massive Imperial War Museum and pre- and post-World War II exhibits. These are highlights of day 3. On day 4, we're off to Cambridge, and you'll tour Churchill College and the traditional King's College and Chapel. Here you'll get to go inside the vault which houses Sir Winston's personal papers. These are so fragile that the public only gets to see copies, but you will get to see the originals. Let me tell you what's going to happen on day 5 of the Churchill Lives tour. We're going to go and visit Bletchley Park, the most amazing place that you will ever have seen. It was the home that housed the amazing code breakers of the Second World War that Churchill once described as the geese that laid the golden egg but never cackled. They're the ones who cracked Code Ultra using the Enigma machine.
On day 6, you'll tour one of the colleges of the iconic Oxford University. It's a quick jaunt to the birthplace of Sir Winston Churchill, Blenheim Palace in Woodstock, just on the edge of the Cotswolds.
Blenheim Palace, my ancestral family home. John Churchill won the Battle of Blenheim 1704, and the Queen built Blenheim Palace for him. You get a beautiful tour, a private tour of the grounds and also of the buildings, the staterooms, and of course you will visit the room in which I was born.
We'll then embark towards Arundel on the beautiful south coast. We'll stop for a guided tour at Churchill's school, Harrow, where many of Britain's former Prime Ministers also spent their formative years. That's all included on day 7.
On day 8, you will receive a guided tour through Arundel Castle. This was the home of the Duke of Norfolk. The 16th Duke, Earl Marshall, secured Sir Winston Churchill's state funeral. Then you'll visit Tangemarine Military Aviation Museum, which houses many aircraft from World War II through the mid-20th century.
We will tour the facility to see some of the old planes. You'll hear a speech there. You may recall these words: never in the field of human conflict have so many owed so much to so few. The Battle of Britain will be relived by all of us, and you'll see it through my eyes.
Highlighting day 9 is the stop at the largest castle in England, Dover Castle. Here the expansive secret underground tunnels lie, over 3 miles worth. These were critical in the Dunkirk evacuation and played a large role in protecting England in World War II. You'll take a guided tour of the underground hospital and have a fantastic photo opportunity at the iconic White Cliffs of Dover. Join me at Chartwell in Kent, Winston Churchill's beloved home for 4 decades. Come behind the scenes where only family and friends of the family can go to see his private living quarters. And then onto the gardens, where we can see the walls and the buildings that Churchill built with his own hands. Join me on this 10-day adventure called Churchill Lives. Sadly, we only have room for 8 couples, and I forgot to mention one other bonus that the public cannot buy.
You will have a private dinner with a member of Parliament. And besides me, of all. ChurchillLives.com, we would love to be with you in my England, and it can be yours as well.